Hi guys, Sarah of Sarah Mack Art. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be working on a 20-inch by 20-inch canvas, and we are going to also be working with 7 colors. I'm going to be layering my cup nicely, and then we are going to be doing a straight pour. I've got some decoart metallics in there, satin enamels in my white, and we're going to see what comes about. I just wanted to briefly chat for a minute. I am freshly back from Fluid Art Boutique that took place May 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Washington, D.C. And I just want to say a huge thank you to all that came to the event. We, myself, Kathleen Osmore of Cause Creations, Karen Durishan from Waterfall Acrylics, and Mina Villegas of Mina Villegas Art, we had such a wonderful time teaching you all. And for those of you who could not make it, there will be a future one coming up. Just not sure of a date or when or where yet, but we're already working on that, I'm sure. The gears are turning. So for those of you that were able to make it, we loved seeing you. We loved teaching you over the course of those 3 days. And yeah, I do have a couple of special thank yous. One is to Joanne Ralston of Joanne Ralston Art. She made me a really awesome apron that said Paint Ninja on it. You'll see it in my next video or so. So if you haven't checked out Joanne Ralston Art, please follow her or check her out on YouTube. I also want to say a big thank you to Sparkle for my honey and salve, and also the wonderful magnets that she so kindly made and gave all of us. And then finally to Mary Kirk. Mary, thank you so much for my tumbler. I love it. I'll show it off in my next video or 2, because I actually don't have it here at the studio, and I think I'm going to be painting 2 paintings in this session. So I know there's a ton of thank yous out there to Nate Bright for taking photos, to Kathleen's daughter who came and took photos. I mean, it was an amazing event. So I'm gonna get my photos together, and in my next video, not this one, I am going to do a video montage of the event and how beautiful it was. So I want to thank the ladies for including me in this event, and I look forward to future ones. All right, so we're gonna get to the paint colors that I have going on here. I have decoart's 24K Gold Extreme Sheen, just under equal parts Floetrol and paint. So there's actually a little more paint than Floetrol in here. I have Arteza's Prussian Blue, which is 6 parts Floetrol to 1 part of the paint. And it's thick enough that my stick will stand up in it. The other color I have is Metallic Cobalt Blue from Art Minds, and that's a 2-to-1 mixing ratio. This is a beautiful, beautiful metallic color, and it sells also. Not sure why they call it cobalt blue, because it looks more like a cobalt green, but it does say cobalt blue on the tube. This other color is Bright Aqua Green by Liquitex Basics. Again, 2-to-1 ratio. And I did have to add a teensy-weensy bit of water because I did spend so much time mixing up my paints that it did thicken. This is Folk Art's Metallic Ice Blue. And this is actually about 3/4 Floetrol. Or let me start with the paint first, because there is more paint in here. This was I have 2 4-ounce bottle, two 2-ounce bottles of this in here. And I added about 1.5 ounces of Floetrol to that. My next one is Color Shift Bright, or Color Shift Aqua. I love this color. And finally, a color that I am so super excited to tell you about and show you. It is new, and it is by Folk Art. It is a new color shift color that I saw today and had to pick up. It is a beautiful, what does it say? Pastel blue color shift. So I'm really excited in working with this paint. I want to see how it works in this painting, but it's pretty close to the Metallic Sapphire by Art Minds. Pretty close, but not 100%. So I'm excited to see if this will do anything. And then of course my white is 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part white paint with a couple of scoops of satin enamel. And when I say a couple of scoops, it's about a tablespoon and a half or 2 tablespoons to 18 ounces of mixed paint and medium. All right, so we are going to get right down to business here. I am going to start with, well, usually I start with my white, but I actually think I want to add with, start with this ice blue. And then I'm gonna come in with my white. And then the gold. Might be a little too much there. Let's work with some of the bright aqua green. Come in with some metallic cobalt. And a little bit of gold, probably not needed. There is a lot in there. And then, let's see, let's do a little Prussian blue. Aqua Flash. I'm gonna follow that up with some white. Come in with this pastel blue color shift. Here we go. A little drizzle of the gold, and I think that might be enough gold for this piece. And we're gonna fill it right up to the top. So this is my layered cup here. My hand was in the way. I'm gonna put these other colors to the side for my next pour, which you will see in my next video. I'm gonna do a small puddle here. Some people call it a pillow. That terminology comes from the Bloom recipe, or technique for that matter. All right, and we are gonna start to pour. Now I'm gonna just pour straight for a minute, and then I'm gonna bring my cup up to force my paints to hit the canvas and mix. And a small twist here. Now I wasn't going to wreck it, but I love what I'm looking at right here. So I am going to wreck it with a chopstick in just one moment. I feel that there's just too much white going on. So I have a lovely smack stick, which for those of you who went to FAB and took my Ninja Swipe class or any class with wrecking, you definitely got one. I don't have my torch actually, and I am going to go run and get it out of the car, so I will be right back. I love what's going on in here, all of these beautiful lines, but I'm not crazy about what's here. So I'm gonna come in around this area and do that. Let me get a paper towel. So as you can see, the center's really white, but these are bubbles that I just popped, so hopefully not like that either. So I'm selectively wrecking in this area. This right here looks like it's gonna be a mess. So I'm definitely gonna be losing the outer areas, which is totally fine. I so don't, but I do, but I don't, but I do. I'm just gonna come through here. So I think I'm going to leave it as is. I just want to keep touching it. But Sarah, put the stick down. So we're gonna just stretch this out at this point. We're gonna go corner to corner, but not go over the corner, as I don't want to lock it in just yet. So I just sort of want to get close, and then I'm gonna come back. I see some air bubbles popping up, coming up here. I'm gonna come over here and get close to that edge. And then I'm gonna pull it back to the middle. I'm gonna do the same thing down to this lower corner. And the weight of my paint is in the center of the canvas. And we're just gonna bring it down this way, but not go over. So I'm just slowly moving this around. I see a bump underneath here. All right. There we go. Whatever that is, it's not there anymore. All right, I see that it ran off the edge back there, but we're gonna come down to this corner, and I sort of wanna move the little tail feathers out of the way. There we go. Because I didn't want them to go over. So now that my paint is basically kissing all edges, going over some of them for that matter, I haven't locked in a corner, and I'm gonna work on this corner first. And that's all. I'm gonna bring it back real fast in a sense, so that it opens up all this. I'm gonna come off of over here, bring it back to the middle a little bit. There we go. And bring it back. Here we are. So I have a lot of air bubbles in this one because I just mixed up the paints. Now I'm gonna come down over here, I think. No, maybe I'll, oh gosh. Yeah, I'll come back over here. I'm gonna bring it to the side a little bit because I wanna stretch that down. And then back this way. All the way to the middle. I'm gonna come this way a little bit, and I'm gonna work this corner down to my lower left. I'm trying not to lose too much of the design there, so we're gonna bring it back in. And back up. Oops. Don't like what's going on here. So I'm gonna bring this all the way down to this corner. And I'm very careful not to lose some of the composition. Okay, so the pale metallic folk art color shift blue here is like amazing, and we're really gonna show that off in a minute. So I'm just gonna fix my corners and then I'm gonna bring you guys in. See you in a minute. All right, guys, so here it is. I love this area in here, and the sparkle from that metallic blue is amazing. I love all the lines. And all the details, like this area in here is just so pretty. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.